everybody, welcome back to another video with Kat and Dart about Raid Shadow Legends. Kitty, come here if you want to be in the video. Today we are talking about more things that I missed in Raid Shadow Legends. I did a video about this a while back and I've learned a lot since then, so we're going to talk about more things. This game is incredibly dense. If you've never played it before, there's a lot happening all the time. So if you haven't learned these things either, there's no shame in this. This is just things that I've learned recently that are incredibly helpful to me, and I'm trying to tell more people about them and be like, hey, if you didn't know this, this is a really helpful thing, holy moly. So we're going to get into that in just a second, but if you haven't already, if you want to start playing this very dense game, best way to do so is to click the link in the description or scan my QR code that's up in the top corner, and you will get Legendary Champion Corrado Fox Hunter as soon as you complete the tutorial. Then you're going to get the 3 epic champions that are hugely important, Yugo being the most important out of the 3. You get her at level 10. Lady Annabelle you get at level 20. And then you get Fane once you hit level 30. So all of the epics carry your account until you start amassing a lot of legendaries. But you can get another legendary champion, Sun Wukong. Super helpful. I don't know why we did that voice, but we're going with it. Super helpful champion. I use him in all aspects of the game. I know a lot of people use him even into the late game stages, like Curse City, everywhere else. He is incredibly helpful and so cool and just a huge benefit to your account. So if you don't use that promo code Monkey King in the first 48 hours, honestly, just restart and try again. All right, so the first one we're going to start with is here in the Forge. I learned about this while doing a live stream recently. Somebody pointed this out to me, and this is a complete game changer for me. So in the corner, there's this button that says Quickcraft. Now we're going to show an example of this, and we're also doing this because I have a progress mission that I need to do right now. So I'll do a good example here with Slayer. So any 3-4-star gear at this point, I have no use for. Usually what I do is I'd craft it one at a time, and I'd sell it, craft it, sell it, craft it, sell it. It goes back and forth, and it takes forever. And especially if I do a clump of 10, it just takes me forever to click and sell each one. So this quick craft button has a gear selling filter, just like the ones that you'd see for multi-battles. And this will get rid of, it will automatically sell. You select everything that you wish to keep, and everything else will be automatically sold. So when I'm doing this, 3- and 4-star gear that I don't want will just automatically get sold, like this. So I don't need any of those. So all I get instead is the 65,000 silver, which is huge. And this was a game changer for me in Clan versus Clan recently, because I usually go through my Forge to get to get a bunch of points for Clan versus Clan. So that was an exciting revelation. I think I lost my mind when somebody pointed this out to me on stream. I also told one of our other friends about it, and he lost his mind doing this. So we're going to test it with resilience gear. We'll do it for these gloves, and then I'll manually go through stuff. But I never want gloves that have a flat HP, flat attack, or flat defense, like ever. So those are just automatically going to be sold. So I want those. Same thing with a chest plate. And then basically when I'm doing boots, I don't want anything but speed at this point, because I'm really running low on speed. So we're going to do it this way, and then it's automatically going to craft all 18 of those in one shot, and then it just gives me the leftovers. So I got 100,000 silver, 110,000 silver from that. I get all of these pieces, and I can go through them manually and weed out any others that I don't want. And then I also did my progress mission that I was working on. So that is a hugely helpful feature that I recently discovered. Thank you. I don't remember who told me it in chat, but thank you so much. It was a huge help. Absolutely game breaking for me. Okay, the next place we're going to go is the Great Hall up here in the corner. So I knew about Affinity Bonuses. For some reason, all I thought in my head was that Affinity Bonuses just apply to Arena. They don't. They apply everywhere in game, to everyone in the game. So, well, it depends on the faction. So we have the Magic, Spirit, Force, and Void champions. So the way it was introduced to me was to start doing from right to left. So basically prioritizing accuracy. I know you're going to see a lot in crit damage. That was because I started this forever ago, and then I basically just got pigeonholed into doing the spirit crit damage because I was doing the progress mission for it, and I just stuck with it. That's why. But now that I'm able to focus on it a little more, what I want to do is spend more time with accuracy on all of my champions. So what that looks like right now, I've put a lot of accuracy bits into force because I want that accuracy to go to my Tholan Foulbeard and my Geomancer and my Ostrid. Those are all force champions who get a big benefit from that accuracy boost. But you can kind of, if you can even it out across your champions, or you can do like I'm doing and just focus on a single champion that you really need, or a good group of champions that all need the same stat. I would recommend focusing on champions that you use in your arena and clan boss. And plus, focusing on your arena gives you another overall boost for all champions. So that part is super helpful. So I always recommend just focusing on your arena champions more than anything else. So just keeping in mind, this is a play, and you get these little medals for upgrading from the classic arena. So focus here. Give all of your champions a good boost. And this is especially helpful when you don't have a lot of good accuracy gear and you want them to just get over that little threshold. Because Geomancer needs a lot of accuracy. So this is another area to give that boost when your gear is falling short. And in the same realm, we're talking about the area bonuses. So this is a whole area within the game you can give a lot of boost to. You give your champions a boost in this specific area. So you see I have most of my focus has been in Demon Lord battles because the Demon Lord is an area that I can get a lot of sacred shards and legendary books and all these other things that do overall good upgrades. It's one of the best places to farm those. So I want to put as much energy and resources as I can into boosting that area. So I give my champions, I tend to focus on speed and ignore defense and crit damage, especially for Demon Lord. You always need speed. Ignore defense and crit damage are really helpful because the whole point of doing your Demon Lord is to get the highest amount of damage as possible. So excellent ways to do that are to be able to ignore his defense, boost the crit damage, and I suppose attack would be really helpful in there too. Accuracy I can also see being helpful, but if you focused a lot in the affinity bonus of accuracy, you don't have to worry about that quite as much. So that's another area. These are just two areas that I think I tend to forget, so hopefully this is a reminder for somebody to build this up. This is also an area where you get incentive for boosting, doing more live arena battles. I'm sorry, I know. That's like, it's like kryptonite for Raid Shadow Legends players. I say live arena, but everybody goes, like, I get it. I hate it too. This is a good benefit. I'm just saying that this is a good benefit that comes out of it. So don't forget to spend these, because that's another thing is I tend to forget to spend these medals, and then I have a ton, and I'm like, oh my god, I could have been upgrading a bunch of stuff right now. So just keep in mind that that's there. Don't forget it's a good way to boost your overall damage and give yourself a leg up in certain areas. The next one we're going to do here is, this is just a quick reminder, because I was just talking about this with somebody, and in the Faction Guardians, we're going to go to Dark Elves for this. There is a button that says Commission. What this does, especially if you're a new player or haven't played a lot of Raid Shadow Legends, basically don't hit this button. So you're going to see an example of this down with my Kale over here. So you see I had that is my original Kale, the one that I started my game with. And I've pulled a few more since then. You do over time. If you open a lot of shards or even just play long enough, you're going to open up a bunch of duplicates. And the best place to put them is the Faction Guardians. What happens here is if you commission them, you can see I have two Kales here that have a crown. I can't interact with them. They've been commissioned. The Guardian Chamber is locked. That means they're as good as gone. They've basically been used as food. They've become a permanent addition. So now my Kale, my main guy, has a 10% HP boost permanently. I need to emphasize that this is permanent. You cannot get these champions back. So if I did this right now with my original Kale and his other duplicate and I commission them, it gives you a warning. So I'll show you. It gives you a warning. And it says you cannot use them for anything else. They will be considered removed from your account. The process is irreversible. Do not do this. The only point of somebody doing this is to free up a little bit of space in their roster, which happens more as you get later in the game. It is not a concern if you're early to mid game. Just it really is a very, very late game kind of issue. So just a reminder, this can be a catastrophic error. So you just do not touch that button. And that's pretty much everything I have. Let me know down in the comments if there's other parts that you haven't, if there's other things that you've learned recently that you completely missed. Hopefully I've helped a couple people here. I just wanted to share this knowledge with you because I've been learning it, and I figure if I haven't learned it, probably somebody else hasn't seen it either. So I just wanted to make sure that it's a little PSA day for everybody watching. So thank you guys for being here. If you haven't already, click the link in the description and get your free epic champions and your legendary champion. And then you want to use the promo code Monkey King and get Sun Wukong in the first 48 hours of creating your account. Otherwise, it's worth just starting over. So there's a lot of great things that are coming to Raid Shadow Legends. So if you want to stick around on my channel, you'll get to see more about that. Thank you guys so much for just being here, and I will see you in the next video.